Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, David Gale.
Hello everyone and welcome to Local Point. I'm your host for today, David Gale. Joining me in the VTV6 studio is Stephanie Carter and Wes Porter from the UBATC campus. That's the Uinta Basin Applied Technology College, right here in Vernal specifically, to discuss an upcoming Ruck Run, which I've actually seen on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff. In fact, I think I've seen, Wes, your face in military gear, running your guts out. And we're going to get to exactly what a Ruck Run is. But maybe you guys can tell me what's your position with UBATC? What are you doing here?
Well, I'm Wes Porter. I'm the Director of Energy Services here, primarily based out of the Vernal campus, but I work at both campuses. This is Stephanie.
I'm Stephanie Carter, and I'm the Marketing Specialist for UBATC, mainly housed at the Roosevelt campus, but I serve both campuses.
Okay. And so this Ruck Run, I think that we can assume that it is a physical activity that requires some running involved and maybe some community support. Maybe, Stephanie, you can tell me a little bit about how it came to be, because this is the first time we're doing this in Vernal, right?
Well, this is the second year.
Oh, okay. I missed it last year. I'm sorry.
So this is our second year, but how it came about was that we had a charge from President Waite to come up with some sort of community event for the Vernal community. We have an event over in Roosevelt, and so he just wanted to reach out a little bit more with the whole Uinta Basin. And of course, we have a campus here in Vernal, so we need to do something fun. So Wes, with his military background, and he'll talk more about that, but he came up with the idea of having a Ruck Run, and he has seen some outside of Utah and just thought this would be really fun to bring to the community and give more of a military spin-off. And so this year we're going to do a little bit more of first responders included as well, with our vets too. So.
Okay. So it's running, and it's running a certain distance. How far are we talking about here?
We're talking about a 5K
here.
And we measured it out. Last time the 5K turned into about a 7K. In the military, we call that a variable. Not a big deal. But we're going to keep it at a 5K this year with our rucks. So.
Okay, so now the real question is, what's a ruck?
Sure, absolutely. And that's the biggest question everyone has. A ruck is just a heavy backpack. Okay. And so in the military, whether the drill sergeant was happy with you or he was ticked off at you, you put on a ruck and you ran. And you carried all of your gear, just a big backpack. You had all your snivel gear, your overnight gear, ammunition, all that kind of stuff you would carry with you. And they would range anywhere from 30 pounds to even 60, 70 pounds, depending on what you're doing, what your job was. If you're a mortar team, you're carrying like 100 pounds right there. And so what we do in the military is we've actually, it becomes just a fun thing to do. We just beat ourselves up. And one of the things we like to do is, hey, let's throw on the ruck, let's do a couple miles and go from there. And so we have weight classes for this Ruck Run. And so we want people to come, dress in their camo, dress in their military gear. A lot of veterans came out last year, and we have, our weight classes are 0. You don't have to carry a ruck if you don't want. Okay. And you can put whatever you want in the ruck. It could be balloons for all I care.
It looks really big.
It looks really big. That's the key. But we do have some weight classes. We have 20 pounds, a weight class, a 30-pound weight class, and a 45-pound weight class. And we also have team event for this Ruck Run, where you can have 4 individuals. They have to carry 180 pounds between the 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
So one guy can carry 175 pounds, and one person can carry 5, and the other person carry 0. It's completely up to them. However they want to do that, as long as they get across the finish line together. And that's the whole point of it. Is just to show, hey, this is what we did in the military. It was fun. And last year we were able to bring in all these different veterans from different areas. We had World War II, we had Vietnam, we had Iraq, we had Afghanistan, we had Desert Storm, and we're all just sitting there and we're swapping stories and having a great time, and more importantly, swapping stories with members of the community.
Right.
And this year, we're spinning it to go with first responders, and we want them to come out as well. Because last year we had a fireman ran.
A fireman with all of their gear.
With all their gear, they ran it with their gear. So I went around to Vernal PD, the sheriff's department, called them out. I said, hey, we got Army team here, green team's calling out blue team. Can you guys do it? Can you hang with us? And go from there.
Well, I'm very interested to know how you lasted. See, what the audience probably doesn't know is that Wes and I live fairly close to each other, and oftentimes when I'm on my way to or from work, I see you running around the neighborhood, and I'm assuming that big bag that you're carrying is the rucksack.
It is, yeah.
Sweating your guts out.
That's the one.
I was like, Good for you, Wes,
Yeah,
but I ain't doing this.
No, I see you driving with your donut. Yeah,
That's right. I
got you.
I've got my Get Glazed ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're not going to give it away yet, but when we come back, we're going to find out exactly how much you can carry and what we plan on doing this time. And Stephanie, maybe you've got a goal as well, but don't tell us yet. So stay right with us. We're going to talk more about this Ruck Run and how you can get involved after this break. Hey everyone, welcome back to Local Point. We again have Stephanie and Wes here from UBATC talking about the upcoming Ruck Run, where you run a lot with heavy stuff on your back, but for a good cause. We're talking about getting to know the military in our area, the veterans. So Stephanie, maybe you can give us a little bit of an idea of what we can expect for the day, kind of a timeline, and maybe how people can find out more information or register. What do we do now?
Yep, so there's a lot of moving pieces, but you were saying that people would have to wear a heavy pack, but remember that they don't have to wear a heavy pack, that you can come, bring the kids, take the stroller, take a wagon, and just have fun. So the very first thing that we're going to do is have a flag ceremony.
Okay.
And then after that, have the vet program and honor those and invite them to come. And we would have a speaker, and Wes signed up a really cool speaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is it?
We've got Major Adam Ellington. He's a good buddy of mine from the 101st and the 82nd when he was active duty medevac pilot. He's going to come out and talk to us from a small town. My son's actually named after him. And so, yep. So a couple small town boys talking about the community from there. And also we have some first responders that are going to be there as well. So it's going to be great.
And this all starts at what time in the morning?
The flag ceremony is at 7.
Okay.
And then the program is at?
About 7:30, but immediately after the flag ceremony.
Now, did we, I can't remember, did we say what day this was happening?
I don't know if we did or not. November 12th.
November 12th,
Yeah,
starting
Saturday.
at 7 o'clock in the morning is going to be the flag ceremony, followed by this presentation. This,
Yep, a program for the veterans and speakers. Yep.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll kick off the run.
Okay.
And so the kickoff is at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And registration at 8.
Registration at 8 o'clock. Can we register beforehand?
Yeah, you can. But you'll have to check in anyway because we have to weigh the packs.
That's right. You want to make sure that if you're carrying your balloons, you get full credit for whatever that latex is.
There's bragging rights and prizes for this, so yeah, absolutely. It's got to be legit.
Okay, and then also during this time or afterwards, we've got a 5K run, which takes, you know, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour about. I understand that there's also food. What's happening there?
So after the run, kickoff is at 9, and we're planning at a breakfast at 10. Open to the whole community. It doesn't matter if you ran, if you're a vet or not. We want everybody to come, celebrate our vets, first responders, and just come together as a community and have a great breakfast the day after Veterans Day. Well, the week after Veterans Day.
That's right. That's fantastic. And so I could come and I could bring my family and we could hear from a wonderful speaker. We could see a flag ceremony. We could show some support to our veterans. We could clap for people. If we're really daring, we can run. And if we're really, really daring, we can run with an awful lot of weight.
Absolutely.
Wes, how much are you going to run with?
I got my 45, just like everyone else. So I've got
just like everybody runs with 45 pounds.
Everyone on the team, anyway. No, I got my brother's going to be on the team. I got a couple Army buddies that are coming out from the Wasatch Front and back east just for this this event. And so I got my team put together, and we've called out Vernal City PD. We've called out the sheriff. We're calling out Daggett, even Duchesne County, to see how they can do. And it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. We're pretty excited. excited.
You have any tips for, you know, I imagine having that much weight on your back.
Yeah. So here's the trick. So the trick
Okay.
to get ready for this is you have to get the ruck, and then you have to put weight within it, and then you have to run. If you can get those 3 things down and repeat, you're going to be fine.
That's such a trick.
You're going to be good.
But do you want to tighten up the bag really tight, or
Absolutely.
have it loose?
In
What's the
fact,
better way to do
in
it?
fact, on ubahc.edu/ruckrun, there's some instructions that I put on there on how to pack that ruck.
Oh, okay.
We had a lot of people that pack it wrong. They're going to jack themselves up. And
Don't
you
hurt
know,
your back.
One thing for advice too. You know, don't just come out here and just try to try to gut it out. You know, give yourself a little bit of time. Throw a little bit of weight on starting now. Especially some of my colleague veterans out there. I had a veteran buddy of mine, former Marine. He's like, I got this, and he threw on his 45 pounds, and he didn't move for 3 days afterwards. And so, you know, work up to it. So a lot of us that were in the military and have served and been overseas, just a reminder that was a while ago.
Right.
That wasn't last week, and so we're not bulletproof anymore. So we got to be careful with that.
All right. So again, we've just got a few seconds left. Date and times. It's November 12th, 7 o'clock in the morning. You can register and find out more information at, what was the address?
UBATC.edu/ruckrun.
UBATC.edu.
You can even upload pictures of veterans. Huh, Steph?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's another moving piece that during the breakfast, we'll be having a slideshow of local vets,
Nice.
and we want to ask the community to be able to submit a photo, description, highlight their vet,
Yeah.
and we'll be able to see those at the breakfast.
Yeah.
And then Uinta Basin Standard and Vernal Express will be taking all of those submissions and running a special piece in the newspaper.
That's great. That is fantastic. We're out of time. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Be sure to go out and support our veterans November 12th. Even if you're not going to run with something heavy in your back, just be out there to support them. And thanks for watching Local Point. Stay tuned for this week's community calendar. Hey there, everybody, and welcome to this week's community calendar presented by your local Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, building commerce one member at a time. Go to vernalchamber.com to get more information about upcoming events. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm about to say. I haven't even had time to read through the script. So let's hope I don't have a Ron Burgundy moment and say something that's just written there. Go watch Anchorman. Okay, this weekend schedule, taking a look here. Friday, October 21st. As many of you know, Uinta and Duchesne County schools are still in fall break, so please don't send your kids to school on Friday. There won't be any teachers there. Also on Friday, Bluebell Haunted Corn Maze. That happens every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday through October 29th. The haunting begins at dark, so they have like this extra little thing that they do at nighttime where it's like, I guess like kind of like a haunted house instead of just a normal corn maze. Go see it. Lastly, on Friday now, the Haunted Woods in Fort Duchesne. Same schedule as the Bluebell Corn Maze through October 29th, and opening starting at dark and going until 11 p.m. Don't show up at midnight. It's too late. Now on to Saturday, October 22nd, a night at the museum. Oh, this is fun. They're showing a movie inside the Utah Fieldhouse. The movie is The Good Dinosaur. That makes sense. Utah Fieldhouse dinosaurs. I'm going to go see it. First showing is at 5:30 p.m. and a second at 7:15. Hey, so you have 2 opportunities to go see it in case you want to put your kids to bed at like 7:30, which is what we do with our kids. They have no idea that the rest of the kids go to bed at 9 o'clock. We're like, that's what time kids all go to bed. All right, now let's take a quick look at the next week, 24th through the 30th. Here comes the full week graphic. You can see fall break goes for UNA County through until Monday, back to school on Tuesday. That's when you have to finally give those kiddos up. Also, there will be a Duchesne playoff game at home, so be sure to keep your updating your feed for the live coverage schedule from VTV6. Also, we have the Chamber Luncheon on Tuesday at Golden Corral at noon, as usual. On to Wednesday now, October 26th. It's a documentary film night. We're showing The Theory of Everything. Okay, I know what this is. A story of astrophysicist Stephen Hawking's, right? UNA County Library, starting at 6:45. I'm pretty sure that was nominated for an Oscar. If not, maybe it got 1 or 2. Maybe you can write in the comments and tell me how many Oscars it got or was nominated for. On to Thursday, October 20th, the Sports Spin, 6:30 here on VTV6. Watch our guys. Now moving all the way to Saturday, October 29th. No, we got to back up for just a second because it's not on there, but I know that something's happening Friday the 28th as well. Guess what? Downtown at the old Vernal Movie Cinema is now Vernal Live. It's the opening night of Tumbleweeds. I know this because I'm in it. Come watch me. I'm the villain. It's really funny. Honestly, though, it's hysterical. You will not see a show that's funnier than this one, ever. Now we're going to go to Saturday, October 29th, which is why I think, okay. Now we have the Jensen Pumpkin. Ooh, look at that. That looks like a spider, doesn't it? Is that what that's supposed to look like? Jensen Pumpkin Festival. They want you to come participate with a display or maybe just a single pumpkin. You've got games and food and live music. They do this around the park, right? They got pumpkin carving and a bonfire. I mean, people are all over the place and lots of stuff to eat and do. Runs from 6 to 9 p.m. Just make sure you bring a jacket because when the sun goes down, man, it's getting cold out there, isn't it? This morning was terrible. Of course, I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe your morning wasn't terrible. Maybe it got warm again. Also on Saturday, Stewart's Marketplace Spooktacular event happening from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Halloween lunch with a witch, spook alley, trick-or-treating, and more. That's, of course, at Stewart's. That's in Roosevelt, right? Guys, that's in Roosevelt? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's move on to our weekend weather now. Let's see, Friday, sunny with a high near 61 and a low right around 33. The morning that we did this, the low was like 27 when I got up this morning. Saturday, sunny with a high near 63 and a nighttime low around 39. And Sunday, you got sunny and a high near 65. Your lows start to come up around 42. A slight chance of showers at night as well. Now on to next week, we're looking cloudy most of the week. Sporadic showers here and there as we move into the weekend. Temperatures ranging in the mid to low 60s with some days dipping into the upper 50s. Nighttime lows averaging around 39 degrees. So we are having a little bit of a warming trend into next week. That's all that we have for this week's community calendar. If you have an event coming up, let us know. 435-781-1902 or leave a comment. Hey, how did I do? I literally, well, not literally, most of that I just read right off of there. Next time I'll be more prepared. I'll have more time. Thank you for watching. Like VTV6 on Facebook. Anything else? No, that's it. We'll see you next time.